Ooh, the Pony Express. You're brilliant. What a novel design. Come to Baltimore at once. Well, I'll just run to the Chronogon.
There's something in the Chronogon.
Cool, the room clerk's a mummy. I'm guessing it conceals the entrance to a secret lab. It's covered with plans and junk. I don't think I can do that. It looks more like a raincoat than a lab coat.
Hey! Only employees are allowed to use that lab coat.
Just looks like a regular hammer to me, but then I'm no scientist.
Say, that's a left-handed hammer, you know. I invented it myself. It was for my ungrateful slob of a left-handed son. Oh, well.
He seems busy. Hey,
What is it?
you look kind of familiar.
Of course I do. I'm Red Edison, the inventor, not to mention owner of this inn. Perhaps you've seen my picture in some important scientific journal. Then again, maybe not.
Do you know Ben Franklin?
Franklin? I would never associate with that overstuffed goofball. He has the stupidest idea about glasses with one red lens and one blue one.
What are you doing?
I'm inventing, you simpleton. What's it look like I'm doing?
What are you inventing?
It's a piece of paper that will stick to things by itself. Rather ingenious, if I must say so myself.
I know an inventor who looks a bit like you.
Well, it's not one of my sons, that's for sure. It appears that I, Red Edison, foremost genius of my day, am to be the last in a long line of gifted inventors. My nearly indistinguishable sons have decided that they want to be artists. I think it was Jed's idea. Or is it Ned? Ah, well, the left-handed one at any rate. It must be some sort of bad blood on their mother's side.
Well, see you later.
You might if you cut that hair a bit shorter.
The Constitutional Convention invites your comments, critiques, amendments to the Constitution. It's a little cage with a canary in it, perched above a little lever. Must have poor circulation. Yo.
Hello?
Have you got the hiccups?
No, I'm freezing.
Why don't you build a fire?
Well, I keep asking Jefferson to build a fire, but he won't. Says he needs the log for posterity and won't part with it.
He's going to give the log to starving children?
I don't get any respect around here. Why, I bet if George I spent the winter in Valley Forge, Washington was cold, we'd get some heat in here.
What are you guys doing in here?
We're writing
We're drafting a constitution for the United States.
Don't say draft, you'll only make me colder.
Wimp.
Why don't you build a fire?
Well, I keep asking Jefferson to build a fire, but he won't. Says he needs the log for posterity and won't part with it.
Who'd want a poster of a log?
I don't get any respect around here. Why, I bet if...
Shouldn't you guys be working instead of just sitting there?
Writer's block. We can't think of any amendments or anything, so we put a suggestion box over there. I don't suppose you have any brilliant ideas?
What about free sandwiches for all roadies?
No, there's no such thing as...
Don't say it, dude. I've heard it before. How come you sign your name so big?
Astigmatism.
You mean you have like a childhood complex?
All right, the truth is that a friend once told me that women go crazy over guys with a big signature.
Awesome blanket there, dude.
Thank you. It was given to me by my dear old colorblind Aunt Hattie.
Well, I gotta go, dude. Sometimes I like to eat it raw. Salad oil. Bitchin'. It's empty. I hope this wasn't used in the outhouses. It looks like a martini shaker.
Don't touch that, it's government property.
It's big, it's heavy, it's wood.
Sorry, I'm saving it. It's going to be a famous log.
If I had a nickel for every time I've seen that face. Hey, tall, dark, and spiffy, my name's Hoagie.
Well, how quaint. I am, of course, Thomas Jefferson, noted scholar, musician, horseman, student of the sciences, member of the bar.
Oh, sure, I've heard of you, dude. What's in the can, Tommy?
Thomas. My name is Thomas, and this, my chubby friend, is a time capsule, filled with remembrances of our time to be revealed 400 years hence.
So, how's the time capsule going?
I'm sorry to say that except for my log, we haven't got a thing.
Dude, is that like the Constitution?
Right now, it's just a constitution, I'm afraid. We hit a slight creative block right after the preamble. That's why we put up a suggestion box over there.
Could you start a fire, please?
I'd love to oblige you, young man, but I can't. This is the only log, and I'm saving it for posterity.
How can you let Hancock suffer like that?
A real man is warmed by the fires of his spirit. You should listen to Washington relate his experiences at Valley Forge and take heed.
Has anyone ever told you you're a very snappy dresser?
Why, yes. I studied at Virginia Coat and Technical, where I majored in color theory. I was captain of the varsity cravat team.
Those are impressive credentials, Tom.
Thomas.
Dude, I loved your work on the Declaration of Independence.
Ah, thank you. What was your favorite part?
I like the part about prudence.
Prudence indeed will dictate that governments long established should.
Yeah, there's just one thing, though.
Yes?
Who's Prudence?
Never mind.
Well, later, dude.
What? What's going to happen later?
Stolen from the desk of George Washington.
Hey, keep your hands off that.
They don't seem to have gotten too far.
You can look, but don't touch.
He looks oddly familiar. Excuse me. Yes? Whoa, you're like George Washington. Very much like him, according to my wife, Mrs. Washington. Does Mrs. Washington know you wear so much makeup? One must wear makeup when one receives the phenomenal amount of media attention that I do. It's quite likely that I'll be president soon, you know. Do you think I should be the ecology president or the education president? Depends on how many cherry trees you've chopped down. Well, I am quite the adept tree cutter. Men still tell tales of my youthful prowess. Would you give me a demonstration? I don't see why I should. I've been thinking about what you said about cherry trees. Pondering the great truths, eh? Well? I bet you've lost it. You couldn't cut down a tree to save your grandmother. Lost it, have I? Why, I'd show you a thing or two if there were a cherry tree nearby. But as you can see, there isn't. I only cut down cherry trees. Family tradition, you understand. Cherries only. There's nothing out there but cedar and kumquats. Excuse me. Yes? Cold enough for you? Cold? Why, you don't know the meaning of the word. I spent a winter at Valley Forge. Now that was cold. Why, my spit would freeze before it hit the ground. Cool. Extremely. Excuse me. Yes? Do you really have wooden teeth? As a matter of fact, I do make use of artificial teeth. I find them to be far superior to the ordinary enamel variety. Wow, what do you brush them with? I use a toothbrush, much like everyone else, and a bit of wood polish, of course. Don't they make a disposable kind? Actually, I believe the proprietor of this inn is working on something like that. Where could I get some of those? They're rather expensive. Mine were custom made for me by my good friend Paul Revere. Didn't he invent 3D glasses?
I believe you have him confused with someone else.
My Uncle Henry has false teeth too.
Fascinating, I'm sure.
What are you looking at out there?
The future of our nation.
That young couple by the tree?
No. I was just admiring my reflection in the window. Striking, aren't I?
I think it's freezing in here, don't you?
Freezing? Poppycock.
Looks like someone's bedroom. It's already open. It's blocked up with somebody's bed. All right, paint. It's closed. What a pretty pussycat. Cats dig these. Yipe. Very Spartan. Where am I gonna put it? Very Spartan. Where am I gonna put it? Yipe. Where am I gonna put it? Where am I gonna put it? Where am I gonna put it? Where am I gonna put it?
Soon all the power of the heavens will be mine! All mine! If only we had some nasty weather!
A horse is a horse, of course. Hi, horsey.
Hi yourself.
Wow, you can talk.
Wow, so can you. What a coincidence.
I didn't think horses could talk.
Maybe they just never had anything to say to you. Ever think of that?
You mean horses have been snubbing me my whole life?
Well, if you want to put it that way.
Is this some kind of a trick?
I don't do magic. I'm just a horse.
What's a nice horse like you doing in a place like this?
Hey, I live here. What are you doing here?
I'm trying to get back to the future and save the world.
The future, huh? And I thought that Franklin guy was off his nut.
Nice teeth.
Thanks. I paid quite a bit for them.
Well, I gotta go.
See you later.
Question is, which one's stuffed and which one's the real McCoy?
I assure you that we are both real, but we are neither one of us McCoys. We are Edisons, Ned and Jed.
Who's who?
Does it really matter? Even our dear father can't tell us apart. He only knows that one of us is left-handed while the other is right, but that neither of us are following in his tiny scientific footsteps. Hold still, Jed! So, I'm almost too frightened to ask, are you the marble delivery man? Or the model?
I'm the delivery man, okay, if I unload in here?
Actually, we are well supplied with medium, so thank you, no.
I'm no marble delivery man, but rock is my life.
I'm sure that's terribly amusing, where you're from. Where exactly did you come from?
The future. Kind of spooky sounding, ain't it? Ooh, the future. I'm from the future. Look out.
Gosh, it would be so nice if you weren't here anymore.
I'm the model. Should I take my clothes off now?
No, you most definitely should not. We couldn't get your body shape right anyway, unless we cemented 2 slabs of marble together. But then your statue would have a big seam in it.
That's okay. It would have one anyway.
Look, don't call us. We'll call you.
Dang. Sorry, hope I haven't jostled you.
Too late.
That's the left-handed one. Wow, doesn't even blink.
Please do not perturb my model. Please give me back my hammer. Please give me back my hammer. Oh no! I've lost it! Oh, where hath gone the muse that once guided my hand with such care? Must inspiration be so transitory? Must art be so cruel? I'm a failure. Don't say that, Ned. Father was right. We Edisons are made to be scientists, not artists. Dear brother, we must be strong in these times of creative adversity. Why don't you let me take over for a while? I'll clean this rubble up and start over. You relax. Have a cappuccino. I'm glad we switched places. I think you're coming out quite well.
Chateau de Cheapo, 1775. I don't quite see how it can fly. Hey, what's that on the plans? It looks like a secret backwards message. Oh, it's just a coffee stain. Probably the underwear drawer. Grody, man. I don't go through people's underwear. Looks like he spent a lot of time in there. Nah, there's printer's ink on the sheets. These would look better on velvet. The late Max Addicks, his petard runneth over. A lamentable fate for such a patriotic dude.
I told you guys I'll get to the flag next. I'm working as fast as I can.
Hey, chill. Take your time.
Don't tell me you've got another design change for the flag.
I've got another design change for the flag.
I knew it. What's the current brainstorm from our fickle founding fathers?
Could it have a chrome-plated bald eagle robot on it?
Oh, what the heck. At this point, I'd do anything just to have it over with. Put the pattern on the table and I'll look at it when I'm done with this job.
Stars and stripes, dull, dull, dull.
Hey, don't criticize unless you got a better idea.
Gosh, I'd never want to mess with history. I like these.
Too late. You've already rejected those.
Looks comfortable. I couldn't sleep in here with all the racket.
Who asked you to?
She looks busy. The guys downstairs say they want a big family crest, and in the four corners they want a keg, some babes, a guitar, and some drumsticks. And underneath it all put, America rocks.
Just put the plans on the table and I'll get to it.
I bet it calls the butler just like on TV.
Here I am, don't get your curls in an uproar. Excuse me, Mr. Washington.
I guess this is George Washington's bed. That's not what I'd call a lot of cleaning supplies.
Aha! Get away from that. It's a good thing I finished in there quickly. Now scram! They just don't make founding fathers like they used to. Here I am, don't get your curls in an uproar. Excuse me, Mr. Washington. Boy, what a mess.
Hey, lady.
Yes, Mr. Washington?
Don't you have any cleaning supplies?
Like most maids, I keep them on me cart, in the hall.
My name's not Washington, it's Hoagie.
That's funny, Mr. Washington. Imagine being named after a sandwich.
No, really, I'm not Washington.
You're George Washington, occupation founding father. It says so in the register.
This isn't my room.
Well, you certainly messed it up as though it were. It's no use trying to fool me, Mr. Washington.
You're right, I am Washington.
I knew it.
I'll let you get back to your work.
Yes, there's lots to be done.